And now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
Is it just me, or are people holding back? Are they holding back? Are they not throwing themselves into situations right now? Is everybody hedging their bet, as they say? I just got back from an incredible vacation, and yeah, it was absolutely amazing. And I went to this restaurant, and I decided, you know what, I'm on vacation. It has been a long COVID situation for a lot of people, and I'm following all the rules. You know, you follow the rules, you wear the mask in and out, and you get seated, and you can take your mask off, and all is good, right? And I'm there, and I'm at this restaurant, and I start to pay attention like I always do. It's my job, right? So I do 24/7. I analyze people, and I analyze the way we communicate, the way we relate, and this is what I help organizations and people do to be more effective in communication, the number area of lost revenue, to help them be more successful and be more profitable and be happy in their life. And as I'm sitting in this restaurant, I'm looking around at the people around the restaurant that I'm in, and I notice there's really not people having a lot of great time. They're there, but they're kind of hedging their bets because they're coming off this COVID thing, right? Or at least we hope we're coming off it. And the waitress comes over to the table, and we start joking with her, having a good time with her, and just really playful, having fun, and throwing ourselves into the situation. Because you know what? By golly, we're on vacation. We're going to have a great time. No matter what, we make our own fun. We bring the party with us, right? And this waitress just responds, and all of a sudden it's like a pressure cooker, and the lid just comes off. And she just starts gushing about how great it is to be there with us. We start joking. She starts joking back with us. We're just having a great time. And I'm there with another couple, with my wife and I, and we're just having a wonderful time joking with this waitress. And she is giving us absolutely incredible service. Anything we can imagine, constantly coming over, making sure we got everything and more of. It was unbelievable service. And she said to us, thank you. Thank you for being here. She goes, you have given me the energy to get through the rest of my night. You have given me the energy. Now, what did we do? We just chose to have a really good time. We chose to put fear aside. We chose to put all the pandemic aside. We chose to have a good time. And through having that good time, this waitress says, you have just empowered me to have a fantastic evening. I will take the energy from this time you've been in the restaurant. It will carry me through the rest of the night. Please come back to the restaurant anytime, anywhere. Ask for me. I want to be with you and serve you because you help me to do my job better. I thought, how cool is that? And was this us having a good time? So we realized that a lot of people have gone through a lot of fearful things in the past year and a half, 2 years. And some people are still, feeling like the fear is overwhelming. So let's focus on what we can do to be braver. What can we do to be braver right now in facing the fears and holding us back so we don't have to be threatened by the world we're living in right now? What can we do differently? And if we can bring that joy onto ourselves, we can bring it onto our family, we can bring it onto our colleagues, our coworkers, our teams, our organizations. We can bring it on to even people we don't know that are working with us, serving us at a restaurant. How cool is that? That we can be, as Gandhi said, the change you want to see in the world. So let's focus on that today. And let's ask you, what are you communicating to yourself to make sure that you're becoming braver to deal with the challenges you're faced with? First off, first thing we got to do is we got to analyze our fears. I know. It's 80% of solving a problem is figuring out what the problem is. You know this. You've heard this before. You know this. So what is the fear? What is it you're afraid of? And once we start then we can isolate exactly what the fear is and what is it that we would like to overcome. What's holding us back? So figure out what that fear is. Start there. And then determine what your next step is going to be to overcome that fear. What will be your next step? Are you going to go talk to somebody? Are you going to go do some research? What are you going to do? What's your fallback line? What are your options? What can you do to overcome this fear? It's always having a set of options that you can follow and a plan that you can follow in a step 1, step 2, step 3. So lay out what are your next steps going to be. And what's going to happen as you go through this process of trying to overcome this fear, there's always going to be the naysayers, right? The naysayers will be out there, and they may be discouraging to you, saying, well, it's not going to change. It's really bad. It won't ever get better. You got to put that out of your mind. You got to commit to your path. You got to commit to what you're going to do to overcome this fear, because if it's meant to be, it's up to me, and this is up to you. And then decide how much thinking you're going to focus on solving the problem versus living the problem. And that's a big difference. And act as if you're not afraid. Act as if you've got this. And if you've got this, you're going to convince yourself. And you keep putting yourself in these situations where you are destined, like I was in a restaurant. I'm on vacation. I'm going to have a great time. Fear be damned, right? Let's have a great time. You owning your intentional life. And when you follow these steps to overcome your fear and anxiety, what you're going to find is that your fear is going to start to diminish. They're going to start to go away. And you are going to lead a better life, a higher quality life, and you're going to lead that life that everybody else wants to be part of. Now go make it happen.